To embrace democratic change or remain an outcast.
Working closely together was the theme of this Sarajevo conference, to find ways to draw the Balkans into mainstream Europe so that wars like those in Kosovo and Bosnia should never again shake the region's stability.
Yes, today can be a turning point, and we are committed to accelerating the integration of these countries with the structures of the modern Europe. For Bulgaria, for Romania, that means getting down to negotiations and membership. For countries like Macedonia and Albania, it means new agreements which will help them to get easier access to trade, a stronger political dialogue.
But he said no help for President Milosevic's Serbia. It was the same message from Mr. Clinton, greeted at a local school by a bizarre rendition of an American spiritual in Serbo-Croat. The American president, it seemed, had come all the way to Bosnia to talk to the people in next-door Serbia.
I did not involve the United States in Bosnia or in Kosovo to hurt Serbian people. We took a stand for the humanity of all people and against anyone who seeks to use racial, religious, or ethnic differences to promote hatred.
A rare meeting with locals. Elsewhere, streets were empty and security draconian. The people of Sarajevo had been told to stay at home and keep their windows shut. But the point of this summit was the symbolism, and just before leaving, a family photo. The idea of gathering so many world leaders here in one room was to say that never again would the West fail to intervene in the Balkans until it was too late to stop a conflict. The problem is, that's more of a hope than a promise. The one glaring omission here was Serbia, and everyone agrees until that problem's solved, there can be no lasting stability in the Balkans. BRIDGET, BBC News, Sarajevo.
The Prime Minister flew straight from the conference in Sarajevo to Kosovo and a meeting with the commander of the International Peacekeeping Force, General Sir Mike Jackson. Later, he met some of the British and American troops serving there.
Tonight, the Prime Minister was flown in by helicopter to the province he had refused to abandon. More than any other NATO leader, he was prepared to go the distance for Kosovo. He was met on the ground by General Sir Mike Jackson, the British commander leading the NATO peacekeepers. Then it was time to shake hands with some of the 10,000 British troops serving here. The Prime Minister told them they had done a good job for this generation in Kosovo and those to come, and this was something to celebrate.
Well, it's a moment of pride because I feel that the cause was just. We now know that thousands of people, innocent people, were killed, were treated with barbarity and brutality here, and yet they've been able now to return to their homes, and it's only because of the work that our troops here have done that's been able to happen, and I think that's big progress for civilization.
This is what the troops face. In the wreckage of the old Kosovo, they're struggling to build a new one, a safe place for both Albanian and Serb. That may never happen.
It's just all totally burnt out.
But the Prime Minister is prepared to spend a long time trying. Today, this was the last patrol for troops from the Parachute Regiment and a guided tour for their replacements in the Royal Irish Regiment.
And then it's really ethnic cleansing in this area. They were told, as I said, at 8 o'clock at night, leave by 6. 2,500 people got up and left.
Hello. Welcome to the kitchen. Right.
This evening, the Prime Minister may hear many accounts like this over dinner in an army tent.
Look, I've just been talking to a Frenchman who said the food was really good. I can't do better than that, can you?
Tonight, the Prime Minister is getting a taste of army life. He overnights in neighbouring Macedonia, but will return here tomorrow morning for a walkabout on the streets. It will be a chance to meet the people he fought to save. Orla Guerin, BBC News, Pristina.
Iraq claims 9 people were killed when British and American aircraft carried out raids in the no-fly zones in both the north and south of the country. The Iraqi news agency quoted a military spokesman as saying 23 people were injured in the attacks. The United States...
Sound of men marching into battle from the trenches to the Falklands. The royal tournament at Earls Court is steeped in nostalgia, but after 119 years...